The virtue of silent service. The essence of meaningful work is rooted in virtue, a principle that transcends both time and culture and lies at the core of Stoic philosophy as well as spiritual practice. True virtue does not revolve around external success or the pursuit of public approval. Rather, it functions as an internal compass, steering our actions in alignment with fundamental principles such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. In a world that relentlessly values results, visibility, and status, it is all too easy to lose sight of the true essence of virtue. Our society frequently equates worth with public recognition, making it challenging to acknowledge that the most profound acts of virtue often occur in silence, away from the spotlight. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius, whose personal meditations continue to resonate today, encapsulated this idea when he stated, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." His words cut through the distractions of debate and intellectualization, highlighting the simplicity of living virtuously. The pursuit of virtue is not a theoretical exercise, but a practical one embedded in the daily actions that define who we are. For Marcus Aurelius and the Stoic tradition as a whole, virtue does not require an audience. It is lived moment by moment, in choices that may be small but are profoundly significant. Subsection: the nature of silent service. Silent service embodies virtue in its purest form. It represents the act of doing what is right without seeking recognition, applause, or external validation. Consider the caregivers who attend to the sick in hospitals, the educators who tirelessly invest in their students' futures, or the volunteers who devote their time to charitable causes. Often unnoticed and underappreciated by society, these individuals are the very ones who uphold the moral fabric of the world. From a mathematical standpoint, we might view virtue as an investment with compounding returns, not in wealth, but in character development. Each small act of silent service reinforces one's moral integrity, akin to how incremental deposits into an account lead to significant growth over time. The Stoics grasped this concept profoundly. Virtue is not an achievement, but a continuous practice. Each act of kindness, patience, and self-discipline builds on the previous one, cultivating a resilient character capable of enduring life's challenges. Subsection: the Stoic alignment with silent virtue. The Stoics held that virtue represents the highest good, implying that genuine fulfillment arises from living in accordance with reason and nature. This philosophy aligns with the spiritual concept of dedicating oneself to a higher purpose, where serving others becomes an expression of an inner calling rather than a pursuit of external validation. Epictetus, a notable Stoic philosopher, often emphasized that duty and discipline are the foundations of a well-lived life. He maintained that the only elements under our control are our actions and attitudes, not the judgments or perceptions of others. This Stoic perspective carries particular significance for those involved in silent service, where the emphasis is on the act itself rather than on seeking external recognition. Consider a nurse who cares for patients with steadfast compassion. Her attention is not on gaining recognition or accolades, but on ensuring the health and comfort of those she serves. In a similar vein, a mentor who influences the minds of young individuals finds no greater satisfaction in public acknowledgement, but instead derives fulfillment from the profound knowledge that he has shared wisdom that will endure. These examples illustrate the Stoic belief that virtue itself is a reward, one that does not require external validation to confirm its worth. Lives lived with integrity and purpose show that the true meaning is found not in recognition, but in the quiet commitment to doing what is right. Subsection: the spiritual dimension of unseen work. For those who dedicate their lives to divine service, the lack of recognition is not a hindrance, but reflects their profound faith and unwavering devotion. Many religious traditions emphasize the significance of humility and selfless service to a higher purpose, highlighting the importance of the act itself over any acknowledgement received. In Christianity, for instance, Jesus emphasized that righteous acts should be performed discreetly, believing that the divine observes and rewards these actions in ways that transcend human understanding. The sincerity and intention behind these actions are emphasized rather than seeking external recognition. This principle is illustrated through numerous historical examples. Monastic communities throughout history have embraced the practice of silent labor, whether in caring for the sick, preserving ancient knowledge, or engaging in deep contemplative prayer. Their efforts are driven not by a desire for public acclaim, but by a profound commitment to values such as charity, compassion, and spiritual growth. Across many religious traditions, the highest form of service is one that does not seek an audience, as it is believed that the divine alone perceives and values such actions. This silent devotion serves as a reminder that true service transcends human acknowledgement, finding its essence in the purity of intention and the faith that a higher power recognizes it. Subsection: the paradox of influence through silence. A common misconception is that silent service lacks importance simply because it remains unseen. In reality, the impact of such acts extends in profound ways, often far beyond what is immediately visible. For instance, a teacher may never fully grasp the extent of their influence on a student's future, shaping their path in ways they may never witness. Likewise, a kind stranger's act of generosity might spark a ripple effect, inspiring others to pass on the goodwill, far surpassing the original intent. Just as the roots of a tree grow unseen beneath the earth, quietly drawing nourishment to support the entire organism, silent virtue quietly nurtures communities, cultures, and humanity as a whole. Psychological research shows that acts of kindness and virtue tend to inspire others to act similarly, even when the initial act goes unnoticed. As a result, silent service is not truly silent. It reverberates through the lives it touches, the hope it fosters, and the goodness it spreads across a wider network.